I did my first impressions. I also forgot in my first impressions I was going to mention things that are cool. This is going to be a really shorter video, but this is more of just, I guess, a part 2 or continuation of the first video, depending on how you want to look at it. Things that are cool, and these are things that are really notable to me. You may think they're cool, you may not think they're cool, whatever. Notable things. Okay, when you're leveling up, for people that may or may not know, you do not level up in a conventional way. You have to go to campsites or hotels in order to level up. Now, the thing that was kind of cool is that in a campsite, you can go there and level up, and you just level up normally. I didn't notice if there's a little counter underneath it, but if you go to hotels, depending on what hotel you rest at to level up, there'll be a little 2 times, 1 times, 1.5, 3 times, whatever, and that will determine how much more experience, at least I guess, I'm trying to read Japanese stuff, how much more experience you would get during all of your fighting, your battles, whatever. Second thing that's really cool is that I'm not sure if there's going to be magic stuff that allows you to keep getting buffs. I assume there would be. Food mostly gives you all the buffs and stuff. So whenever you're going out to do battles, always eat food so that you get the buffs. But that's not necessarily the cool thing about food. The cool thing about food is that whenever you go to restaurants or like little diners in order to eat, I assume, I'm not entirely too sure, but it feels like there's a chance that Igneous, one of your side buddies that has the glasses, for people that do not know, he has a chance to learn that recipe. So if you are out camping and you have all the ingredients, you are able to make that recipe while you are out camping. So that doesn't mean that you have to always go to that diner or place in order to get all the cooking. Plus, all of your members have not have chances. They will level up certain aspects of, it's like 4 groups. There's fishing, there is photography, there is hunting, and there is cooking. Cooking is obviously with Igneous. Hunting, I guess, is a general thing. Photography is more pronto, and fishing I just haven't encountered. I might encounter it more in the demo. I just never got to it. The one thing that is exceptionally cool, and this was kind of more of the main reason why I want to redo this part specifically, was when you get into your car, you're able to pick your radio stations or radio music, whatever, while you're driving. And this is only really for stupid hardcore FF buffs. They have it where you'll be able to pick music that's within the game, some that are like Florence and the Machine, whatever. The cool aspect of the radio stations is that they also put in old Final Fantasy music from other Final Fantasy games. Now, when I was looking on the Square Enix site, they had the limited edition for the soundtrack, and they stated that in one of the bonuses there would be 206 songs on a separate disc based on stuff from the radio station. They don't have the 206 in this, but for example, the stuff that they do have on the radio station was stuff from Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 13, and I think I heard in a stream for Final Fantasy 15 that they were playing Blue Fields from FF8. So if they have all of the Final Fantasy songs from every Final Fantasy, that is a huge plus to me, because I love the Final Fantasy music just in general. One last thing that's kind of cool, and it should have been more or less listed in combat, just to kind of further exemplify the AI. They really make it where the combat kind of feels like it's a joint effort thing. There will be moments in combat where your teammates will jump in with you and do like a super flashy move in like mid combo to make it look, you know, more fancy. You'll do more damage if you're hitting from behind, whatever. If you get parried, then you can just do like it'll do sometimes a regular parry. Sometimes it'll do like a parry where like Gladiolus like takes his sword and like launches you up to the air and you like come falling down with your spear. It's a nice addition. But yeah, just other little winks and nods. I think a lot of it is just lost in translation for me, but those were more or less the cool things that stuck out to me. And this is just like a random arcade game they just decided to put into the game. I know that there's iOS or Android version of it, but I mean, it's there. I'm genuinely pumped to see what else is in the game extra. I haven't gotten to Chocobos, so I don't know, can't comment about Chocobos, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked this video and the last video, and that is honestly it for my impressions. Overall, I am still pumped for it, and that's pretty much it. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.